Suspend the show right now.
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
67. Am I right, kids?
But what does it mean?
You don't know?
Don't. You don't even. Oh, you don't know?
Oh,
you don't know
you
what's-
didn't know?
Oh, you didn't know what 67 means? Shush. Hush up, you yuppie. You hussy. You heifer. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not doing the show until you apologize.
All right, I'm sorry. I
No, a good one.
apologize.
A good one.
All right, I'm truly sorry, and I deeply apologize for my previous things that I've said,
And for the other thing?
and for the other thing, amen. Thank you, Jesus. Go ahead.
I still can't believe you chose now to eat a freaking warhead.
Is it sour?
Yeah.
Are you making the
No.
face?
I'm an adult.
All right. Well, you can still make the pucker face. The I like it. Let's switch the format up next episode.
We're going to start talking about stocks.
Yeah,
next
yeah,
episode.
you're right.
I wish stock were just really fast.
You wish what?
Stocks were just really fast.
I think they are.
No, they're not that fast, though. I want them
think that
faster.
They're pretty fast.
No, like,
There are dudes that have to stand in rooms and yell at other people through the phone to make the stocks go fast.
not to make them go fast.
Yeah, they say
because
faster,
they're-
faster. And then there's someone on the other end whipping the physical manifestation of the stocks.
And it's neighing and going up and
The
down.
Dollar bills are flying. Dollar bills and Bitcoin are flying out of either end.
I want it to be as over exaggerated as Hollywood in the 90s made it seem. Like everyone's just constantly yelling buy or sell seconds
Yeah.
apart from each other. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
I think that's kind of what it is still. Maybe not. I don't know.
It's
but
not.
You don't know that.
It's a slow burn.
You what? No. All of stocks are a slow,
Most stocks.
are a slow burn.
Well, sometimes there's like a big drastic dip, but like most of it, it's
You can't throw in like one or two stock words. What do you mean a slow burn stock? I've never. That's not a thing.
like you invest. Name a company.
WWE.
Okay, you invest in WWE,
Sure.
and it's gonna either go up or down
Sure.
from the point you bought stocks,
Sure.
right?
But what if I bought it at a really high? What if I'm dumb and I bought it at a really high time?
Well, then you're gonna know that it's probably gonna dip pretty fast.
What if
And
high
yes,
tides
there's
are on the
market
shore?
crashing,
Well,
but
The
like
market's gonna wait. How can I know that the market's gonna crash?
you don't, but you can assume based on trajectory.
I know what they say about people who assume things. Makes an ass out of you and me and the stock market.
I'm just saying it's a slow build.
All right. It's like a.
It's like long-term storytelling.
It's like the tick 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 of a roller
Right,
coaster.
but I wish it wasn't. I wish it was just like woo woo woo, and you're just buying and selling in like seconds apart. It's dipping and peaking. That's what I want.
I think that you can't. I think that is like day trading.
I don't think it's that drastic though.
I think it could be if you're like a really intense day trader.
I don't think it depends on how intense you are. I think it depends on how intense the stock market is.
You can rev up the stock market.
I think I can rev up those deep fryers.
Amen.
216-859-8699 if you want our normal timing back. We're going to talk about Disney and scuba.
And scuba.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Scuba.
right? Isn't the whole story that's on the screen right now? Disney Springs thief pulls off incredible underwater heist before swimming away with fortune.
Yeah,
Isn't
Disney
it
and
about-
scuba. Sure, covered the whole thing.
It was a thief who
that-
showed up, stole things, and scubaed away. So yes, Disney and scuba.
the heist of the century.
Guy shows up,
Here.
presumably in street clothes to Disney.
Yes.
Because at first I'm thinking this guy shows up in his wetsuit, like out of the water, gets out, undoes his wetsuit, puts on clothes. But I don't think that's the case anymore.
Here.
Yeah.
Let me read this from. This is from Parade.com.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is. A bizarre heist at Disney Springs, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, has left law enforcement scratching their heads, and social media users amazed by the suspect's unusual escape method. The wetsuit-wearing bandit made off with up to
What a great name.
$20,000 from a popular restaurant before allegedly swimming away into the night. The incident occurred just after midnight on September 15th at Paddlefish, a seafood restaurant located in Disney's entertainment district, according to UFTV. Surveillance footage shows the suspect wearing a full wetsuit, goggles, and gloves while entering the establishment as employees were counting the day's profit. So this is like at the end of the night.
Is that real? Paddlefish?
Paddlefish is the restaurant.
Right. Is that real?
What do you mean? Is a paddlefish real?
No, like the restaurant.
Yes, it's real.
Yes, it's
What do you
real.
mean?
Okay, I'm
I
just
would
making
assume
sure.
that's
I'm
real.
making sure, you know?
I would assume that's real.
Yeah, I'm just doing my journalistic integrity of making sure we report the facts.
Why would it be?
How
Why would it be
fish the
fake?
real restaurant in Florida.
According to the
I don't want to put out fake news, Shane.
No, I agree. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the intruder forced 3 staff members into a corner and told them to close their eyes. Within 2 minutes, the suspect grabbed up to between $10,000 and $20,000 in cash and disappeared. No weapons used, and employees were physically unharmed.
All right. I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah,
Sounds like a bad burglar. Sounds like a pretty burglable staff.
Well,
is
that doesn't mean that he's a-
burglarable
That doesn't
staff.
mean that he's a bad burglar.
He's
though.
pretty good.
You said
If let me retract. Let me redact that
Yeah,
statement
yeah,
from
yeah,
the newsletter.
yeah.
He's pretty damn good if he can get people to back into a corner, close their eyes, and give them all of their money without ever doing anything physically imposing or having a weapon.
It's the staff. It's the staff that was very heistable.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad at their jobs, and
They're
they
bad
deserve
at-
to be robbed.
Right. They're
Yeah.
bad at being. They're bad at their heist training. They
I'm
need
just
to-
saying, if I was working at Paddlefish, real restaurant in Disney,
It is Disney Springs.
I've never been there, but I'll take your word. If I'm working
know
at
what you're getting
Paddlefish, working at Paddlefish, and a guy comes up to me, not in a wetsuit at this point, right? Just normal civilian clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. Even worse.
Mhm.
Guy comes up to me, just some guy at the end of the night, and goes, "Hey, get in the corner, close your eyes." I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Actually, sir, you need to leave. That would be my response. Not sure. Here's $10,000 to $20,000, by the way. I think these people deserve to be robbed. But okay, so he takes the money out of Paddlefish, the real restaurant at Disney.
Yes, and I'm assuming he anonymous tips suggest that the suspect escaped by swimming across the lagoon in a black wetsuit. Though deputies haven't confirmed the detail, this individual is described to be a man 5'10" with a slim build, completely covered from head to toe.
I think this is a fake story.
What? Why? How?
There's no evidence he got away this way. This is just speculation. People are saying, well, he probably has a wetsuit and he got away with.
But he was on
he would've
video
been- yeah.
in the wetsuit, so I mean.
Is he?
I just want to
Yeah.
know, because it doesn't seem like the article really goes into depth here, but I want to know if there is on video footage of him like getting up, because the way that it's set up there is like a boardwalk almost over
Paddlefish?
over water, Disney Springs.
Oh.
And so I want to know if there's like video footage of him climbing over the railing
And hopping
essentially
in.
and hopping
Yeah,
up
there
and
probably
on. You
is
know?
somewhere.
So,
But
scuba
they don't.
equipment,
They don't say that.
you need a tank and a breathing apparatus.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And he stashed them somewhere before going to... So this guy, walks into Disney in street clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Assumingly in a bag, but how do you put the fucking oxygen tank in a bag? Assumingly in a bag, has all of his scuba equipment and tank.
I don't
I
think he put it
feel
in
like-
a bag.
Do you think he's just carrying it through Disney?
No, I think he like stashed it somewhere.
Well, he had to take it into the park to stash it.
He could have just bought a ticket.
That's what
So-
I'm saying. Is like he bought a ticket, went to Disney.
I don't think he bought it.
Do you think he broke in?
I think he broke in because the way that Disney Springs is like a mall. It's like a big
Yeah.
outdoor mall that is on a boardwalk.
With paddlefish in it.
Paddlefish is a restaurant.
Right.
Yes.
In Disney Springs.
In Disney
Yeah.
Springs. So it's not like an amusement park. You know what I mean? There's not like a
Right,
big
yeah.
gate entrance or anything like that. I mean, there's an entrance, but it's not as
Ye-
pomp and circumstance, I guess. It's not as
Okay.
big of a deal.
But do you still have to pay to get into that general area?
Don't think that you do.
Okay.
I think that it's free entry because it's like I said, it's like an
Okay.
outdoor mall area.
Gotcha.
It's mostly just shopping and restaurants. So it's very possible that and there's water surrounding all of it.
Right,
Like it
yeah.
looks like a swamp or something like that.
It's an isthmus, yeah.
It's an isthmus. So it's very possible that he climbed up onto a railing that was overlooking the water. You know what I mean?
You think he got there that way?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I
You
think.
think he arrived over the railing
Yes.
in street clothes?
No. In a
No.
In
scuba
scuba
suit.
suit.
Scuba suit.
And then he got up over the railing in his scuba suit, and then he stashed his scuba suit somewhere.
So where did he get clothes from?
He was wearing them
Yeah,
under
yeah.
his
Under
house.
the aren't you not supposed to wear clothes under your scuba suit because of how tight the
You're not
suit
supposed
is?
to rob paddlefish for $10,000 to $20,000.
Well, their staff reaction says otherwise.
he seems to be
if you
bending a
ask
couple
me.
rules tonight.
I
this
just don't.
guy.
Okay, you're
He seemed to know when they closed, though.
Yeah, he went right at the close of the shift. So
regardless. If he scuba suited there,
Yes.
which I like to believe he did.
I like to believe he did too.
Yeah, emerged as the wet man,
Yes.
came onto the land,
Stashed his-
defrocked himself
hid his
from the
suit,
scuba
yeah,
suit,
Yeah.
got naked, put on normal clothes,
I
hid
think he
the
got
suit.
naked. It was under his scuba.
He had clothes on, guaranteed.
I
It
just
was
don't
under
think-
yes, it's under it's under the wet scuba.
You can't scuba with clothes on.
You can.
You're saying that like you know.
There's like a
You can.
wetsuit or whatever.
You can.
Well, here's another reason I'm saying that. Is because he has to put this cash somewhere.
I think he's putting
$10,000
it
to
in his
$20,000.
wetsuit.
That's
He's
a lump.
holding it in
That's
two hands.
He's swimming away, double fisted, full of cash as it's deteriorating in the water. He's doing a little doggy paddle, and it's just melting away.
Rises ashore to clumps of green nothingness. No. No,
Foiled again.
I think he tapes it to his body or something of the nature and zips on his wetsuit and swims off into the night.
How did nobody notice him swimming into the area, getting out into the park area, and then
I mean,
Florida.
unwetsuiting?
At night, it's not that area is not super duper crowded.
Well, they should have security, though, right?
Probably.
Well,
don't
I feel
know.
like that, especially if you're in a water-locked area. I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of your security should
a
be.
peninsula.
Yes, it should be monitoring this aisle that you're on.
Yeah. No, I mean I agree. It probably should
I
work.
feel like they're asking to be robbed if the scuba man can
Alright.
rob you.
All right.
How many? Just how many times?
The scuba man seems
just-
smart.
Just how many times?
I
if
like
you're not,
the scuba man.
He
like
seems
how many times?
thorough.
If you're not in a submarine, do you get robbed by a guy in a scuba suit?
Probably more often than you would think.
I'm gonna start robbing people in scuba suits on land. I'm not even getting away in water.
Well,
That's just my gimmick.
I'm a secret lawyer, and you're screwed. You're screwed because I'm
prac-
suing you.
You manage secret law.
Yeah,
That's your specialty.
I passed my secret bar and everything
Fuck.
secretly. Yeah.
I've been to the secret bar a time or two. You got a special knock to get in.
Yeah.
But you wish you knew it.
You knew. No. I know.
Yeah.
Passed my secret bar.
Yeah, I passed it right up because you didn't fucking see it. Just like these people didn't see this scuba man showing up at Disney.
I think he's a free man.
Oh, they're
It's-
not.
I
Gonna
mean, it
catch
seems
him.
like it.
I don't think they're gonna catch him.
How hard can it be to track down somebody with a scuba suit?
Well, it's something where he swam away.
Well,
How are
he-
you gonna catch a guy that swims away? What direction? did
Pretty
he go?
easily. There's no way he's swimming that fast with scuba gear on.
They can't catch him now.
Why didn't they just shoot him?
Well, you have no idea.
Can't die
he
on
could
Disney
be.
property.
No, you're right.
He could
You're right.
have excess oxygen and just be hiding somewhere
Yeah, he could have been
underwater.
hiding underwater.
He went to his underwater base.
Uh-huh.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
He's like Namor.
He had secretly hollowed out a rock on the other side of the Disney park that he is making an underwater base in.
Yeah.
And he's camped out in there with his gooey cash. They don't use money under the sea. Not our money, anyway.
So, how do you think he got away with the money then?
What do you mean?
Do you not subscribe to him?
I
like
think he had
putting
two
it
fistfuls of cash that turned to goo.
No.
Do you not
He had
subscribe to the
to.
wetsuit?
Well, that's what I'm saying is he had to have shoved it in his wetsuit, but I don't think having that and clothes on, I don't think your wetsuit's gonna keep you dry inside.
He had to have had clothes on.
They
There's no
make,
other way.
Like wetsuit bags and stuff for people who go scuba diving.
I don't think you're putting a whole change of clothes in that.
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that.
I've
Granted,
never worn clothes.
I'm not a scuba-er.
I'm not a scuba-er.
I'm not a scubist.
I don't think any of those were right. What's the proper term for someone who
A
scubas?
scuba-teer.
216-859-8699 if you scuba.
Imagine spending hundreds of dollars of your own money to advertise a massive corporation. Now imagine that same corporation using your money to pay a public figure to sell a product back to you. Unfortunately, you don't have to imagine. Corporate product placement is the monopoly of the clothing industry as we know it. That's where GenericClothes.com comes in. Stick it to these big brand clothing cunts by wearing something straight and to the point. GenericClothes.com's got you covered and lets you have a laugh at their expense. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point. With shirts like floral pattern, trademark logo, music band, and more. Once again, that's GenericClothes.com.
WSRR, the champagne of beers. Sue me.
Did you know that your old drafty windows can cost you anywhere between $100 and $600 a year? If you're in Northern Ohio, you need to give J.D. Miller at Clearview Windows a call. A small, local business that takes pride in its craftsmanship, Clearview Windows provides exceptional customer service and attention to detail that can increase your home's value with more energy-efficient windows and doors at a fair price. But don't just take my word for it. Google Clearview Windows by J.D. Miller and check out the reviews from satisfied customers. So give them a call at 330-521-0965. That's 330-521-0965. Clearview Windows, where quality is more than just words on a sign.
Hi, this is Melissa,
And hey, it's Matt.
coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
You're listening to the Rebel Radio Show, legal in 47 states.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. It's live at 5 here on Monday evening on WSRR Radio. We're saving the underground music scene.
So,
Boy, what were you speaking?
I was just talking about how I like skipping stones and how relaxing it is just to throw a rock onto water and watch it sink immediately because I actually don't know how to skip stones.
You know what else is relaxing?
Hmm.
Retail therapy.
Ah.
But I hate retail therapy because I spend way too much money on
Amen.
retail therapy.
Amen.
Mainly on clothes because like one shirt from Nike is like $80 now.
Fuck Nike.
And it's kind of fucking ridiculous for a black shirt with a white swoosh to be $80. That's why I do all my shopping at GenericClothes.com. You can tell those big brand clothing companies to suck and have a laugh at their expense with shirts that say things like shirt, floral pattern, political statements, sports team, and more. Go to GenericClothes.com today to get your next set of clothes or the perfect gift for any occasion. GenericClothes.com is a proud supporter of local and independent music and WSRR Radio, and I'm a big supporter of rock skipping.
Yeah, before you so rudely interrupted me with your delicious ad read, I was saying...
I didn't read shit.
I was saying how I love the idea of skipping stones.
When's the last time you went rock skipping?
I don't think I've ever gone to do that.
Seriously?
I think that
I have.
I think that I have been in places where that activity It could
was
happen.
thrust upon you.
Yeah.
There's a chain. Skip those stones.
I don't think I've ever been like, no, that's not true. I
I've
think
definitely been like, I want to go rock skipping.
Okay, no.
I've definitely done that. I've driven somewhere to skip rocks.
No, I have not done that. It sounds cool.
What a sad little life.
It's just not a. It's not a skipping life for me.
What are you doing in your free time then?
It's a pirate life for me.
Ahoy.
Ahoy!
You ever skip rocks?
Oh, I always skip
Professionally?
rocks. Never prefer.
Well, you could.
professional.
There is professional rock skipping.
There's professional everything apparently,
So,
if you look hard enough.
so the World Stone Skipping Championship.
Skimming, by the way. They call it skimming because it's across the pond.
Did I say skipping or skimming?
We've all said skipping.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's the proper way to say it because you're skipping the stone.
the World Stone Skimming Championship have been rocked by a cheating scandal after several competitors were disqualified for tampering. More than 2,200 people from 27 countries attended this year's event on the tiny
No
island.
fucking way.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. It's a big deal to go stone skimming.
That's because they don't have any fucking modern amenities over the pond.
So on the Isle of Eastdale off the west coast of Scotland, rules state that stones must come naturally or from naturally occurring island slate. However, some were found to have been ground into, quote, suspiciously circular shape to help them bounce on the water. Organizer Dr. Kyle Matthews told BBC News that the offenders had, quote, held their hands up and apologized. This is the most British fucking thing you could ever do.
This is a fucking joke.
It's
This is
kinda
why I
cool.
say Europe's a fucking joke.
It's kind of cool.
A doctor?
Yeah.
The fuck are you a doctor in if you're out here judging
Stones-
stone skipping?
Stone skimming. He's a
Stone doctor.
doctor of stone
Dr. Rock.
skimmonomics.
Skimonomic.
Yeah, Dr. Kyle Matthews with one T in Matthews.
Oh, the most British. What is up with the
Weird.
fucking Brits not knowing how to use any kind of fucking
Weird.
spelling ever?
Weird. Entrants chose their own stones, and judges used a measuring device called the Ring of Truth to ensure that they are no bigger than 3 inches in diameter. Each competitor is allowed 3 skims, and stones must bounce at least twice on water before sinking.
This is what happened after we kicked their fucking ass in the war. This is what they do for fun now. This is how ruined that country is. They're just making things up. No one can throw a stone more than 3 inches. You get 3 skims. Don't bring your own stones. That's a fun day.
This Dr. Matthews guy, he's more than a doctor. He's also known as the toss master.
Oh my god.
I'm sure his parents are very proud of him.
I bet he has a shirt that says Tossmaster.
He told Good Morning Scotland that judges heard, quote, rumors and murmurs of some nefarious deeds. These guys are so British. Scottish. Whatever they are.
English?
Something.
European.
They have some kind of accent that I don't have. Yeah, I just I think it's pretty great that some of these people thought, you know, let's cheat. I don't know if there was necessarily like a prize for winning or what it was. Oh yeah. So it's a charity event, and last year it raised 15,000. What I would assume is quid. It looks like an E. It's a little.
Pounds.
Is it?
Yes.
Is the one that looks like an E? Is that pounds?
Yes.
I don't. You're saying that like
Because
you're a
we've had
Brit.
this conversation.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't care.
Nah, you're
care
right.
about
Nah,
pounds
you're
or
right. I don't care
quids
either. You're
or-
right.
But I like the concept of cheating,
Skeet shooting.
skeeting in a rock skimming competition.
Yeah, what if you brought a gun
They'd probably disqualify you for
for loving freedom?
also cheating for shooting the
Shooting
rocks.
at other people's rocks as they're
shooting
skipping.
to other people. They'd probably put you in jail for murder.
All right, hear me out. Here's a new game I'm going to make.
It sounds like it's gonna from where we're at now.
Skip shooting. Instead of skeet shooting, one person skips a rock, and you have to shoot it while it's skipping. Pretty
Okay.
good. Pretty good game.
That could be cool.
I know. I know it could. That's why I have a patent on it already.
What? How do you have a patent on that?
I went to Shark Tank, and I
That
talked
doesn't-
to...
They don't give you a patent there.
No, but I'm working with them. All of them.
Yeah,
They all went in on it.
you took all
I-
of their.
Well, Barbara needed some convincing.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Mr. Wonderful, he was in on it.
All right.
He wanted all of it, and I said no.
What about
No, stipulation. You have to share.
Dallas Mavericks?
He's no
guy?
longer there. Mark Cuban, he's not
dead?
a shark.
He's not a shark.
No,
He's dead.
he got definned.
They killed him.
He lost
he
like
al-
billions of dollars.
Is he alive?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Last I checked,
I hope so.
I haven't heard anything different. I bet he feels like an idiot that he couldn't get on my skip shooting game. By the way, not a sport. We're selling it like as a home game.
Sports entertainment.
You were selling it as a home game. You get a box with a breakaway shotgun and some rocks.
A breako. All right.
That's a thing. A 410. It's a breakaway shotgun.
Do you prefer the shooting or the skipping? I think it says a lot about a man.
Man, I'm so good at both. It's hard to choose.
Yeah, but I feel like if you had to.
Sometimes to test my metal, I'll skip my own rock and shoot it.
I don't understand why so many people came to watch people skip rocks.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm
Well,
looking
because
at
there's
this
nothing
picture,
to fucking do.
but still, I'm looking at this picture, and
It's a lot of people. It's a big deal.
these people are so far away on the other side of this, like,
Probably because, I
lake.
mean,
Well, it's like watching golf. You're not going to see anything.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
he said what. The article doesn't state if there was a prize, and that kind of bothers me. What are they doing this for? What's
Yeah,
the
why are they
point?
cheating?
Why are they cheating? What's the point?
If it's for charity, why are you cheating?
Yeah, the only mention of money is that they're raising money for charity.
Which, in that case, why the fuck does rules and regulations matter? Isn't it for fun at that point if it's for charity?
This is bothering me.
Yeah, it's fucking England. This is what they do over there.
Scotland.
Circle of truth.
The
measuring.
circle of truth.
Their whole fucking country is the size of Toledo, all right?
Dr. Kyle Matthews, the toss master.
All of it's a joke.
The points didn't matter.
Points didn't fucking matter, and these guys are out here cheating.
They didn't matter at all. I mean,
So they brought rocks with them to skip.
I think they're rocks that you find on the island.
They're supposed to be.
Right, they're supposed to be.
And these guys didn't do that. They brought their own rocks. Which
They whittled down the rocks to make them good skipping rocks.
It doesn't even-
Suspiciously circular.
Yeah.
it doesn't even say like that they did well or won. By the way,
It was probably during the Circle of Truth test.
no, because all that does is determine if it's skippable.
Well, yeah.
No,
So,
I
like,
think
it-
it's like a size thing too. I think
Right?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
the
what I'm
cer-
saying. If they matched that 3 millimeter or whatever.
Something.
Yeah, that's
But-
all that does.
That's still probably an official that's doing that test that probably
Then why is
noted,
it even an
"Hey,
issue if they didn't skip them?
Those stones look circular.
Yeah, they don't say anything about like how many people specifically cheated. They don't say why they cheated. It doesn't say like if there was a prize involved. It literally only mentions that they were raising money for a charity.
You could do the same thing without this contest. Like if I was really into skipping rocks, I could just whittle down some rocks and skip them 3 feet over where this contest isn't happening. They don't
Yeah.
own the lake.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'd be doing.
I'm
I'd
just skipping rocks
I'm
over
just
here,
skipping
man.
rocks.
These are my own rocks.
Nothing against this.
Yeah.
You don't own this fucking lake.
Right.
That's what I'd be doing.
Start
Nothing against you
scouting.
guys' competition. This is
Mine are
my-
just better.
Yeah, this is just mine.
If anyone wants to see a rock go farther, I mean, they can watch me if they want.
Start scouting all the really good skippable rocks and
Yeah,
taking them from
Showing up the day
competition.
before,
Getting that guy's
poaching all the rocks.
getting that guy's scuba suit from the last
Oh,
segment.
shit. Hiding in the water in the scuba suit, and then as someone skips the rock, you grab it
Grabbing
and
it.
skip it for him.
Grab it.
You give it a second skip.
Someone nabbed my rock out of thin air. How'd that happen?
Grabbing the guy's rock on the last skip and skipping it again. So he continues.
Throwing it back the other way, skipping it back
Oh,
to them.
tossing the
Boomerang
rock.
Yeah, the boomerang skip.
Shane, let's go skip some rocks. For sport.
for
Money.
money.
Yeah, let's bet on it.
All right.
How often do you think in the Dust Bowl people bet on skipping rocks
I don't know,
in the sand?
but I damn sure do miss the well.
Dried up.
Tipped
Well's
over.
well's gone dry, buddy.
Tipped over.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing in that damn well now. Well collapsed. Along with all my
Eviscerated.
wishes. 216-859-8699. How many skips can you get?
If LimeWire taught us anything, your digital music is free and open to piracy, and even manipulation when it comes to digital distribution. So why settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet? Make your release something special with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants and works with local artists to get their next release pressed exactly to their liking. So check out Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl pressing plant today by visiting hellbendervinyl.com to get started. And don't forget, all customers at Hellbender Vinyl get 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Oh man, I wish I knew where the future started.
Buddy, the future starts here.
WSRR Radio.
Don't buddy me in an ad read, okay?
This week's presentation is from April 26th, 1980.
Hey everybody, Casey Kasem here from WSRR, and we have a letter from your buddy. He writes, Dear Casey, I have all of these things available in my garage. Select used, salvage, and scrap parts that I want to sell very cheap, but I have nowhere to do it. Well, buddy, I have a great solution for you, straight from Casey Kasem. It's yourbuddiesgarage.com. Your Buddy's Garage, BUDDYS, garage.com.
Unless specifically specified, no parts are guaranteed to work. These are salvage parts. Each description will give as much insight as possible into the quality of each part. We do not offer refunds for this purpose. These are intended to be quick fixes or first options before the shop.
Do you remember when you could press 0 and talk to the operator? Yeah, well, I'm that fucking operator. Where the hell did you guys go? I've been sitting here for the last 20 years, alright? Everyone would dial 0, everyone would talk to me, it kept me sane, it kept me from not jumping off the deep end, but I've been here for 20 years and no one has dialed 0. How do you think I'm doing? They asked me how I could fix their problems, how do you fix mine? StylesRebelRadio.com.
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Hi guys, my name is Ari.
Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio. Come through to a Synergy Naked session.
Synergy Naked is a live performance recording, also captured on video. Look for our releases on YouTube at Synergy Music Studio.
We're located on the south side near Chicago. Passing through.
Hit up our DMs on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show.
You Uba-tuba son of a bitch.
Uba-tuba piece of shit. You're a stinky rope.
Clip that.
Just one more week.
One more week.
Just one more week till Shane goes to space camp.
One more week. And then I go to space. I'm so excited.
You know, space camp doesn't mean you're going to space, right?
No, it does. No, it does.
It's not like
No,
camp
they
in
said
space.
that I
It's-
get to go to. They said that I get to experience what astronauts experience at space altitudes.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna just.
I get to go to space. Okay, one more week.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna put you on a trampoline and let you eat freeze-dried ice
Shut
cream.
the fuck up.
But
You fucking asshole! I've been waiting years for space camp.
I know. I just don't think it's what you think
and
it
I
is.
get to go. I already paid them the $50,000.
I know. I just don't think it's what you think it is.
It's real,
I
get to go to space.
I know it's real, but I don't think you get to go to space.
No, I do. That's not what astronaut Jim told me.
You don't know what astronaut Jim does as his actual job, do you?
Goes to space, obviously.
Yeah.
Goes to
He
space.
sure does. Just not the way you're
Astronaut
thinking.
Jim is an astronaut. That's why they call him Astronaut Jim.
Yeah.
Because he goes to space,
Right.
and he said that he would take me with him next week.
He looks an awful lot like the Jim that works behind the counter at the
No,
get-go.
he looks different than the Jim that works behind the counter at the 7-Eleven down the road.
I don't think so.
I'm positive
just
that he
think you're wrong.
does. And I have put pictures side by side, and I'm quite sure that I'm gonna be listen, haha and hee hee all you want about my space escapades, but I won't forget you guys eons down the road when I'm traveling through the quasars. Yeah. It's real, buddy. I'm going to space, and Astronaut Jim is fucking taking me there.
Are you happy with your investment?
Yeah, this is my future.
Okay. As long as you're happy with it.
Space.
Personally, I like to invest in other things. Like Hellbender Vinyl out of Pittsburgh, PA.
Yeah.
They're one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants, and they work with local and independent artists to get their next album release pressed onto a whole different bunch of styles and colors, all to the artist's likings. Every order at Hellbender Vinyl also comes with 5 free test presses, so you like exactly what you're getting. They're hellbent on quality, they're hellbent on service, they're hellbendervinyl.com, and I also like to spend my money at synergymusicstudio.com. Anytime I need a song or album recorded, mixed, mastered, produced, or even reamped, they can take my old tracks and put it through any kind of distortion or amplification that I want for my sound index, and they can get it studio, radio, or album ready in no time. Synergy Music Studio works specifically with each client's needs to make sure they get exactly what they're paying for. That's Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois, proud supporters of WSRR Radio and local and independent music. Even if you just wanted to record an album of white noise and have it produced at Synergy and then pressed on Hellbender, I bet they'd do it for you. Which, honestly, imagine getting
an ABCD side, and it's all white noise.
Let's talk about the ABCD side a little bit, because I think we're going to change the market with that.
Okay.
So stay tuned to WSRR Radio for the ABCD side conversation. However, imagine buying an album and it's just white noise. Did they do that? Did they sell vinyl white noise? Was that the first white noise machine? Was you could buy white noise? Because that's just the sound of vinyl at that point, right?
I was going to say.
Unpressed vinyl.
You could just press the vinyl into a disc.
With no actual data on it, yeah.
With no grooves or anything, and then just have it run that.
Or you could run the end of your record, where it would stop.
Right.
And it would just spin on white noise until you took it off. Do you think that's where, that originated from?
Probably.
The origins of, not the concept of white noise, but people using white noise to sleep.
The record running out.
Yeah, I can't think of what it would be before that.
I'm trying to look up the history of that, because it just says.
But if you look up the history of white noise, it's going to tell you about the actual concept of white noise, not white noise machines, or the use of white noise for sleep.
It says 1960s is where initial studies were showing that it was influential in infant sleep.
So an infant sleep?
Yeah, I'm assuming because it sounds like the womb.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the white noise machines that are big now, that's big in the baby market.
Yeah.
Are white noise machines big now? I feel like that was 40 years ago.
In the baby market, I know my
been playing a lot of the baby market recently. Stock is low.
Baby stocks are up.
When my
but
niece,
only a little bit.
When my niece was really little, my sister had the loudest white noise machine, and I could not handle it.
Now, why would you ever do that?
Apparently, they like it.
Right, but why would you ever buy a white noise machine in 2025 when you could buy a Bluetooth speaker?
So I was gonna say that's what like my family members have done is just hook YouTube up to like, a Bluetooth speaker and then play like vacuum noises. You know.
I'm sorry. Are your babies sleeping to vacuum noises?
Some
Shit
are.
like that. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a terrifying noise.
That's white noise.
I mean, yes, it is, but like, it's not like.
In my opinion, all white noise is like terrifying noise that I
Yeah.
don't want to be listening to. While I sleep.
I think most white, but I think that's what do you categorize as white noise versus like ambient sound?
Yeah, and so I think I'm not going to spill the beans, but I think what was being said before doesn't count.
I'll spill
All the
the
swear
beans.
words.
Yeah.
I'll spill the beans. Style likes to sleep with the rain sounds.
Yeah, if I can't sleep, sometimes I'll tell Google to play like thunderstorms.
That to me is not white noise.
That's what I'm saying. That's just nature, like thunderstorm.
That's
yeah.
ambient sounds.
Yeah.
And I think that is like in its own realm because white noise to me feels very like
It's like, hang on, this is white noise. That's white noise.
right or like
Yeah.
that's white noise. But it's weird because it does
Like a
vary.
window unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd call a window unit white noise. But like, so I think like tried and true white noise, like by definition, is just what you hear from the hum of appliances in day-to-day life. Like
Sure.
in terms of a broadcasting sense, your white
Dial-up?
noise, well, not dial-up. That is scary white noise. That's the sound of the internet. But like in day-to-day life, in terms of broadcasting, like white noise is room audio. It's room ambiance. So like it's the hum of the lights in the room as white noise.
Right.
It's if the air conditioning unit is on, it's white noise.
Right.
Your refrigerator running is white noise. So like I think that's white noise. And I think what you said like rainfall or thunder is like ambient sound.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have that weird cross section of what about like highway noise? What do you call highway? Like if I put on a video of highway sounds.
I think that is a
That's white
different.
noise.
No, see, for me, that's ambient sounds, but it's a
Really?
different form. Yeah, I think your brain has adapted differently. Think about like caveman sleeping in the jungle. Rain sounds and like hitting the leaves and stuff like that is ambient noise.
Yeah.
Think about a dude in his 20s living in New York with the windows open in the summertime. Trains and whatever. That's ambient. That's white noise. You know.
I guess.
That's his
Yeah.
ambient. That's his ambient. You know.
So do you use any kind of ambient sound or white noise ever?
No, not
Yeah, it
at
has to be
all.
like silent for you to
I
sleep.
mean, it doesn't have to be. I will say the only like major change like that I've ever made in my sleep was probably like around the 12, 13, 14 age. I went from having to sleep with the TV on and I couldn't
too.
fall asleep to only being able to sleep if the TV was off and I can't sleep if the TV's on.
You think that's a generational thing? Because I had that same thing. I had to have something on the TV. Just, like I would turn on Bob Ross
Mm-hmm.
just because you could loop them on YouTube and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
quiet enough that I could sleep.
Yeah, it really felt like a click in my brain at one point. I was like, I feel like I need to pay attention to this, and I can tell that this is making me stay awake
Yeah.
more than it is making me go to bed.
Yeah.
I've never had to have something on, like to go to bed.
I very distinctly, I think around that same age bracket, was actively putting on like YouTube to fall asleep to or cable because we still had it to fall asleep to.
Right.
And then at some point, I just couldn't sleep with the TV on anymore.
Right.
And I actively realized that.
Yeah, and it's weird because, like, I never intentionally fell asleep with the TV on. I would just fall asleep in the living room when the family was watching TV
Yeah.
or something like that.
You
and
wake
then-
up to George Lopez.
Right, and so then I kind of just grew accustomed to that, and then it was like, oh, well, I have a TV in my room, so I have the option to have something on. You know, like, I always had that option to have my TV on, and so I was a young kid, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch cartoons until midnight, you know, like...
Like Beavis?
Well,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
want to watch TV.
But yeah, like I you know, I wanted to like stay up late and shit. And then I think I got to a point where I was like, this actually doesn't help, and I have to go to school in the morning, you know.
I don't think I can sleep with the TV on now. Like if I'm dead tired, I probably can pass out like while the TV is on, but like I can't be laying there watching TV to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that. But there's also a lot of times where like it's too quiet for me to sleep. I'll have that. I'll have so like my dad growing up always had to have a fan on as his white noise. He would, even in the dead of winter, he would put a like box fan facing the opposite direction in his room just to have the noise of the fan to sleep to.
I will say sometimes. So I have 2 fans in my house, and
You treat them well, give them autographs.
I do.
Good.
They're good people. I have 2 fans in my house, and I feel like I've had them on all summer now, and it's starting to get colder out. But I've noticed that when I turn at least one of the fans off, I'm like, oh, it feels very still in the living room. There needs to be some kind of movement of something going on in here, and so that's like a weird thing that I have to, like,
get a heater that like produces the same amount of.
But
it's not cold enough for a heater.
It's not cold enough for a heater right now, you know. And
turn
so
it to the same temperature as your house.
Just blowing tepid air.
Yeah.
Just get a rotating drum that neither pushes nor pulls air. It's just making noise.
Oscillating.
Yeah. Just take the fan part off and let the bottom oscillate.
Yeah.
Just the stand.
Okay, something's going on. Yeah, but now I feel like, and I don't know if it's a white noise thing. It's probably not. But then again, I tell myself, like, it's too still in here.
Yeah.
Something's not going. Something's not happening that could be happening.
I will genuinely have it where, like, I have nights where my head will hurt because it is so quiet.
Mm.
And I'm like, I need something to, like, have my brain focus on one note or something that I can go the fuck to sleep.
Right.
I'll need that. And to your points about the whole, like, caveman falling asleep to the thunderstorm sounds and then guy in New York falling asleep to traffic being the same, like, if that's what you know.
An analogy.
Yeah, right. If that's what you're accustomed to falling asleep to, that's what you're going to know to fall asleep to.
Right.
My brother, Ethan, I would sleep at their apartment every Monday night when I was a certain age. And they lived in an apartment right off the freeway, and we'd sleep in the living room, and, like, all you heard was the freeway all night, and then people walking in the hallway. So on a few instances, I have put on, like, highway noise to fall asleep to, because my brain will make that connection of, like, oh, time to go to bed.
Yeah, it's never been like a sound thing for me, and I don't think I've never really been like I need a fan in my room. It's just that sometimes it gets hot, and so then I have a fan in my room, and I think I get used to that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's gonna happen when I turn my fan off? And then it gets too cold.
You get fear.
Right, I get.
You're stricken with fear, and you're like, I can't turn it off. I can't turn
it off. But then it gets too cold, and I'm like, all right, I have to turn this fan off. But what am I gonna do? And then I'm fine.
And then you sit there going, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I just make my own white noise to fall asleep to.
You look up a YouTube video of fan.
I don't like that consistent sound. It really bothers me sometimes.
You fall asleep to classical music, though.
Yeah.
And that, like, I can't do that because then I'm focused on the music.
Really? That's like my go-to is classical music to fall asleep to.
No, I could fall asleep to classical music. I think I could fall asleep because, like, there is a lot of music that I put on inherently to, like, make
relax.
make me feel relaxed. And so I think that there are definitely times where I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a nap, and my music is still playing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to stop it because it's not affecting me one way or another.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But it's not like I go out looking for that.
I don't think I'm too particular on what it is I fall asleep to. Like, I have my go-tos if I need it, like rain and thunder. But, like, I've put on lo-fi wake-up to fall asleep to. And, like, I don't typically listen to music to fall asleep, but I have.
Right.
I've put on, like, my to music on shuffle to fall asleep to, or like the radio to fall asleep to before. Or I've even put on, like, a show to fall asleep, like podcast or something to fall asleep to before. But, like, I don't know, classical music, I can't do it because then I'm just thinking about the music progression. Like, it's too active for me.
You're too much of a musician for classical music.
Because it's something to think about. Like, I don't know. You hear
studying the notes.
Well, like, you fucking use classical music to, like, paint or something, or, like, while you're cleaning the house, or, like, something to keep your mind active, or read. It's something to keep your mind active. So, like, I don't understand it being used to not keep your mind active.
I think for me, there's a lot of music from a lot of different genres that I very much consider, like, just background music to my life.
Ska.
Sure. But, like, I think that there's a lot of music, and maybe for Jules it's, like, part of it is classical, but, like, if my life had background music, it would be this song right now, or it would be this kind of music for this thing that I'm doing, you know?
Yes.
And so it doesn't need lyrics or anything like that. Like, it's just supposed to be in my brain in the
Sound.
background. Right. It's just sound that kind of like, it almost keeps me on pace. It keeps me like into, like, it feels like there's like a click and I'm like following the rhythm with what I have to do. You know what I mean?
See, so like with that, how I mentioned, like if my head hurts, I'll put on something to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally focusing on like the note. Like I'll pick a note out of it and focus on that, and that is all I will think about to fall asleep. Is I will listen to like that note and fall asleep to it.
Tonight I'm sleeping to G.
If my head hurts, I will like try to go in the darkest, coldest section of the house and focus on like the house hum.
Sometimes I put on screams,
Ugh.
ambient screams. I always thought it'd be really funny to upload like an 8-hour-long YouTube video of like ambient sleep sounds and hide some screams in there, like after the hour mark.
Blood curdling.
It's like people getting stabbed. And just see if anyone notices it or people pass out before that happens.
Or it wakes them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wake up. They wake up just like a.
Yeah, I think
What
that'd
was
be
that?
fantastic.
What
I
was that?
genuinely would love that so
They
much.
rewind it. And they're like, wait a minute,
I did hear someone scream.
this dude's screaming.
But just like not into the mic, like it's in the background.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's behind the music. You hear the screams. And then like as it goes on, there's more.
I'm reading. Okay, so I'm reading about like white
Screaming.
noise. I'm reading about screaming right now. No, I'm reading about white noise right now, and they say other noise colors for better sleep: pink noise and brown noise.
Buddy, let me tell you, you do not want the brown noise when you're sleeping.
Well, while white noise is best known, it's not the only quote color noise that's been used to enhance sleep. Pink noise has more intense, lower frequencies that make it sound deeper than white noise. Examples of pink noise would be the sound of rain or waterfall.
So I like pink
You're
noise.
a pink noise guy.
Wow.
I'm a pink noise guy.
Wow. Some studies have found that pink noise can enhance deep sleep in older adults and improve cognitive performance. In addition, research suggests that pink noise may decrease time to fall asleep and improve sleep quality.
Yeah, I'm the best sleeper.
Pretty much.
I'm on that advanced sleeping method.
Brown noise, though, reduces higher sound frequencies even more than pink noise and is described as grainier and rougher. For example, brown noise can be compared to the ocean waves crashing, while pink noise is more like a gentle rain.
Brown noise is like Mongolian throat singing to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
You ever had the Buddhist singing bowls or humming bowls, whatever they're called?
Yeah.
Those?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a guy that comes in, sits in a stool at the end of my bed and does the bowl.
Bowls for you.
Oh, yeah. I love that brass clanging noise to fall asleep.
What about That's
like what my sleep paralysis demon sounds like.
That sounds like some brown noise to me.
No, because you have a high frequency in it too. It's a high end. Like if you just did the low part, it'd be a brown noise. I don't think that's just Patrick.
It's half Patrick, half whistling.
I have a one that I fall asleep to. It's a 6-hour video, and it's like old muffler sound.
How's that going?
Tell
You fall asleep yet?
Honestly, that might do it. If like that was a joke, obviously. I probably could fall asleep to that. Like if you put on like a 2003 Ford Taurus muffler, I'd probably fall asleep. Yeah, like you get the startup and then just the idle, the car idling. I could probably fall asleep to that.
There are probably like 24-hour or like 8-hour videos of like car ride sounds.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
yeah.
like
For
late night car ride sounds, or it just sounds like you're
like
in the back seat. Right.
Yeah.
We should open a second channel that's just like washing machine sound for 12 hours. Because all of those definitely exist.
Yeah.
We have one. We have Bop It for an hour.
We
Three guys in a room play Bop It for an hour. My favorite ambient sleep sound.
We can do that for like 8 hours.
No talking.
Yeah.
Just bop it in the passing sound of the bop it.
I like thinking of other things that could be those sounds?
Fireplace is a big one.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
People love that one.
But I think people also use the fireplace to like put on their TV for holidays.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Which
think.
is hilarious. I think.
I mean, I've done it.
Yeah, I think it's a great move. I like hilarious in the fact that like
I have a fireplace and I've done it.
yeah,
So like,
to have that level of class, you used to like have to have a fireplace, and now it's like, well, I just have a big TV in my living room, so
they
might
used
as
to
well.
on cable stream the fireplace. Like there was a
That's
channel
funny.
for the whole month of December
Yeah.
that you just watched a fireplace,
Yeah.
and you could see a guy come in and stoke it. Now it's a YouTube stream. There's probably several of them that are just live fireplace.
Yeah.
I know we've got like a minute, but I think for Christmas this year, I'm gonna have the fireplace screen above my fireplace, so people come in, they're like, "Oh, this guy's got 2 fireplaces."
I'm gonna
Big
have
fire.
I'm gonna have Santa bring me a 3rd fireplace.
Oh man, what if you said multiple fireplaces in one room?
That's gonna be awesome. This is my furnace room, guys.
Just on all 4 walls, you have a stone fireplace. You got 4 chimneys.
Each different kinds of fireplaces.
The chimneys converge at the top of my house to one unit chimney.
One's like a pizza oven.
Nope, I'm burning wood in all of them. They're all heating the house.
One's burning wood. One's burning pizzas.
One's burning flesh because I keep sticking my hand in it because I don't know how fire works. I'm just so mesmerized by the crackle.
Wow, the orange colors.
Squidward choking on a fork.
Glug,
Yeah.
glug.
Evan used to have, the page used to have a 12-hour loop of that as his Instagram link. And like that could be ambient noise.
I think it kind of is ambient noise.
I mean, you
Shaking a metal sign.
like a thunder can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, people probably fall asleep to that.
Oh, yeah.
People probably fall asleep to some weird shit though. I mean, like ASMR is a whole thing, so
Oh, yeah. I don't know what people get out of listening to people chew.
I listen to 12 hours of breaking guitar strings while tightening them. Dude, that'd be awful. That'd be the worst
snapping
fucking.
sound.
The sound of him restringing it and doing it again.
Yeah.
Sometimes I listen to zip ties zipping.
Zip,
Yeah.
zip, zip.
Yeah.
I wonder, like,
Velcro.
I bet there is someone out there who has made a YouTube channel living out of like weird sounds for multiple hours.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guess I know what we're doing next. 216-859-8699, the Revel Ambient Noise.
WSRR.
Today's mission. End every sentence with a tone of a question, especially when it's not. My doctor told me it was extremely contagious.
You're listening to WSRR Radio. Hopefully, not in the airport. I've got a bomb! Dad didn't leave for cigarettes. He's out in the car, listening to the Rebel Radio Show.
Hey! Put out that cigarette. Don't you know smoking's bad for you?
Mm.
Smoking Camel Crush menthol is anyway. You should be smoking Marlboro Red.
Smoking pinks, are we?
Listening to pink noise, are we?
Listening to brown noise, are we?
Listening to the Rebel Radio Show, are you? Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. To my right is Shani.
Hey, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Howdy.
I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Style. We're brought to you by GenericClothes.com. Shane, how do you feel about those big brand clothing companies?
I always tell them to suck it.
How do you do that?
By going to GenericClothes.com.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Say
Simple as that.
Say suck it to the big brand clothing company.
Yeah. Go to GenericClothes.com.
Right.
I don't know what else you guys are waiting for. That's all we had to say about it.
That's
need there be said more?
I hate big brands.
What the hell are we talking about right now?
Pissing.
Pissing.
Pissing?
Oh, could I talk about pissing?
I showed up with the shit. Now we're talking about piss. Look at me. I'm some kind of numbnuts.
Look at me, Ma.
I showed up with the shit thinking we were talking about the shit story today.
No.
Turns out we're talking about the piss story.
Yeah, don't you look foolish.
And I left all my piss at home.
Here you are in your
Buddy.
brown pants.
Look around.
Yeah. It's the shit store. I know.
It's the piss store.
Ah!
Yeah, it's the piss store. Joke's on me.
I guess.
What am I supposed to do with all this shit?
I'm just a shitting guy.
Well, there's a pissing guy on the loose locally.
Whoa.
This is a local story, right?
Well, so it's not just local, it's become a trend. There's a multiple of them.
This is what they're doing on the TikTok.
This
There's
is-
several
This is
pissmen.
what the people are doing.
Pissing? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go on a limb and say people have been doing that for a while.
So
Probably since the dawn of man, people have been pissing.
the trend is I think the first one was the Brunswick pisser.
Oh no.
And that was actually on the news, and then that news sound went viral, and then people started remaking their own and
Hang on,
tagging
wait.
themselves.
Time out. The news sound went viral? Like the sound of someone pissing?
No, the sound of the news bit, like the lady
Oh, the
saying.
clip.
Tonight
clip.
at 8, there's a local pisser on
The
the
Brunswick
news.
pisser, yeah.
Gotcha.
So that sound went viral. And
I thought we were
then-
talking about some pink noise. Sorry.
and
Pissing
then,
ASMR. Hitting the rim.
people have
Crackling.
kind of given it too much hype, and they've started recreating their own, where I've seen it a lot locally, where like people have done it in my hometown and places that I've worked
Yep.
previously.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently a bunch of people are just pissing in a bunch of different locations and taking a video of their stream.
Hell yeah.
Streaming. They're
and
streaming.
then they tag the location, and they either dub the sound with like, "Oh, I'm the Cleveland pisser," or
Cleveland piss goblin.
or they use the Brunswick pisser sound.
Not to be that guy. But I was pissing before it was a viral trend.
In public
Yeah.
locations, just on things.
Yeah. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm not saying like I went out of my way to piss on the wall somewhere. But sometimes you gotta.
Pretty sure I've peed in a bathroom just about every time.
I mean,
Really?
I've peed outside in the
I've-
woods.
I've-
Every time.
No, not every time, but I've never
You've
had
never
to,
peed against a building? Too good for that?
No, I don't think I ever. I don't think I ever have. I probably have though. I feel like I probably have in my heart. I just
But-
can't remember when. I remember I peed on a tire one time.
They're
That's
not,
so much worse than the building.
They're not just
I
peeing
had
on the
permission.
outsides of buildings. They're peeing on the insides of these buildings.
I had permission from the tire owner. He said, "Yeah, piss on my tire."
The guy just owned the tire, not the rest of the car.
No, it was just his tire. He said, "You can piss
He's
on."
like,
mine."
make sure you hit the back left. That one's mine.
Yeah.
College campuses, high schools, public
Well, it's
parks.
kind of like the piss drawer.
I guess.
Yeah, but that wasn't like a widespread. So from my understanding, this is like a social media trend. This is like the ice bucket challenge.
It's like devious licking. but it's devious pissing.
Remember
Yeah.
when they were licking the ice cream and putting it
Yeah.
back?
No,
It's like that.
That's not the ice bucket challenge.
That's what I thought it was.
No. I was doing that years before. it
The
became
ice
a
bucket
thing.
challenge was when people were dumping
Yeah.
ice water.
It's for charity.
Yeah.
This is for charity, then.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Pissing for charity.
This seems like just recording yourself pissing on the back of like a Dairy Queen. or
Okay,
something.
but here's
like
the thing.
local Dairy Queen that everyone in your hometown knows, and then you're just like pissing on the back of it. I'm the pisser.
But
It's illegal. It's public urination.
Yeah.
So, like, you're
Yeah.
recording yourself doing a crime.
Right.
Is what's happening. But I'm not, like, against it.
What?
Like, again, you know, there's a lot worse things. Like, licking the ice cream, so much worse than pissing behind the Dairy Queen. You know? Sometimes you gotta pick your battles. And this one is the one I'm gonna pick.
You don't. But here's the thing. Sometimes you do have to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't, though. And I think this is.
I'm not picking the battle.
And I think that this is a situation where you can say that licking the ice cream was really bad.
Yeah.
And pissing on the back is it's bad.
It's not as
still.
bad.
But it's still bad.
But it's not as bad.
they're not just pissing on the back of these buildings. They're pissing inside these
Yeah,
buildings.
Well, you gotta get
bad.
permission if you're gonna do that.
No, they're not.
I know
I'm gonna
they're
go
not.
out on a
I
limb,
know they're not.
Going
but
out
you gotta
on a
get
crazy
permission.
chance and saying that these 14-year-old kids aren't going up to the McDonald's manager being like, "Hey, can I piss in your
You
corner?"
think these are kids? I think these are adults.
Middle school and high school students
Well,
have
it
hopped on
said-
board to this bizarre pisser trend. That's
Mm.
what this article is saying.
It said also, I'm looking at a couple of different articles that college campuses are adapting this as well.
See, that's what I expected.
From middle school to college age, they're pissing left and right style.
Dude, those are the prime pissing
What are
years.
you gonna do?
They're the prime
to
pissing
fix
years.
this
You're just
issue?
mad because you got kidney stones early.
You got
and
kidney
missed,
stones early too.
Yeah,
pal.
but later than college and high school.
No, you got them though.
I know I did, but I didn't miss my prime pissing years
No,
for
I
them.
think I
think
you, were
you
in
did.
The prime. I
No.
think you were in your prime pissing years.
No.
Yeah, I think you pissed away your prime pissing
No,
years
I'm
by
not. In
pissing
my,
out some
listen, I still have
stones.
kidney stones. I'm far from my prime
Oh,
pissing years.
well, you know what? I don't have kidney stones.
Yet?
Not right. I have little ones
You
right
won't get
now.
them back. They'll come back.
Technically, we all have kidney stones.
Yeah, but listen,
Mine are just little teeny tiny.
But
right
you
now.
had them during your prime pissing years.
I think you did too. No, I said that about you. You had them during your prime pissing
No,
years.
I was past my prime
I was,
pissing years.
I was before my
No, prime pissing years, according to these people, are middle school through college, and I got them after that. I think you're
I think
upset because you
were-
had your
I
kidney
think you
stones
were
during your
still-
prime
I
pissing
think
years.
you were college age.
But I wasn't in college. I'd
But
already
you were college
graduated.
age. These are
I was a
college age
graduate.
people. You were
If
college
if you're a graduate of college, you don't say, "Yeah, I'm in my college years."
What are we talking about?
Pissing.
Yeah,
You're just mad.
I'm not.
You're a grumpy old man. Going,
About
oh, these kids
what?
and
What
their
am I-
internet trends
what
and
am
they're
I mad about?
pissing. All these kids are pissing nowadays. Back in my day, we didn't piss.
So you're saying that you are on board with these people?
I'm
pissing.
saying there are worse things they have done.
But that doesn't make this good.
To a degree.
Pissing in an aisle at Walmart.
See,
and
that's not
tagging
good.
the Walmart.
See, that's not good.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
But that's not all of what's happening. There's
That
people
is-
that took
that
it to
is
the
a
extreme.
That is a majority of what is happening.
There's
that is
people-
a large majority.
The first instance that you brought up as an example was pissing behind a Dairy Queen.
That's just a.
That's fine.
No, but that's. I was making up
That's
a random.
okay.
I was making up a random happen chance hypothetical.
Pissing on a tire? Okay.
Jules is saying a real thing that happened.
Yeah, well, those are bad people. But if a few bad
Yeah.
eggs shouldn't ruin it for everyone.
I think that they
a
should.
couple bad people
I-
shouldn't ruin pissing for the rest of
I
us.
think that they should. I think that we should all be banned from pissing.
I don't. See, again, you're a bitter old
Everyone.
man.
I think a 24-hour pissing absinthe is what we should all subscribe to.
I think people need to just give up pissing for Lent.
Yeah.
They're enjoying it too much.
I think you're taking a little bit too much liberty with all that piss.
Now, piss is a naturally occurring thing. What do you mean?
You can shit.
I have nothing against shitting.
I say
It seems like you.
they're both naturally occurring.
Yeah. These are two different
But
beasts.
obviously shitting is like, more naturally occurring than pissing.
I don't think so. I piss more than I shit.
Well,
you shit more than you
I think
piss.
you got to talk to
You
the
gotta up
piss
those
doc.
numbers.
You got to talk to the piss doc.
I have. You know what he said? You got stones.
Yeah.
Piss doctor? Yeah. Not my friend.
Piss doctor is my friend. Piss Doctor took a laser gun and zapped the stones out of my ween.
That's like a piss
He did
savior.
yeah, Piss Doctor did me a favor.
Piss Doctor said, well, go home. That's what my Piss Doctor did. Me and the Piss
gotta
Doctor
get a new Piss
are not on
Doctor.
speaking terms.
You gotta get a new Piss Doctor.
Thinking about
after
going
that
to his
one.
practice and giving him a little sample.
Gonna start shooting stones.
Break his window with them. No, just pop that sucker out. Pink. It's
On
like a
his window.
22. Yeah. I got some pressure built up from all this 24-hour piss abstinence.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I'm
good.
listening.
I don't think it's good.
I don't think it's good.
And I don't think I don't think that there is anything that you can compare this to that would make this be like, well, this is
Shooting
okay.
and killing people. Which would you rather have? You only get a choice. Would you rather piss in the Walgreens or shoot and kill someone?
no,
Go ahead. I'm
no,
comparing two things,
no,
Shane.
no,
You said, I
no.
don't think there's anything
No.
you can compare
No.
this to.
He didn't
There
mean
we
that.
go.
He meant
Yeah.
trends.
Yeah, I meant trends.
War.
War is not a trend.
Seems like it.
No.
Terrorism.
I think
Politics.
you're jumping. That's not. Now you're just saying things.
The stock market.
Shut up. I think that pissing around in public areas is a bad thing.
I think you should know where and where not to piss.
And I don't think that I'm a disgruntled old man for saying that.
I think you're a little bit of a disgruntled old man.
I'm wearing checkered Vans.
That's gay.
You're gay.
No.
And lame and fake. Yeah.
Yeah?
What are you going to do about that?
Well, you're
Yeah.
retarded. What are they going to do? Cancel us? We got one show left.
Yeah. Fuck you, FCC.
You're faking gay. Shut up.
Yeah.
Pissing? Not a big deal.
I think it is.
Listen.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Again, you gotta know when to piss, guys. We need
Listen,
to have a talk.
I agree.
No,
but
hang on.
I think that you're not thinking
You're
of
not
the same
understanding
time
the
and
trend.
places that I'm thinking of.
I am, but
And-
I'm choosing not to think about them.
The
but all the
bathroom?
places you're not thinking of, all the places that are delinquent.
Yeah.
We sat here 4 years ago and talked about how good devious licking was. And now devious pissing is here. The next logical step. And
devious
you are
pissing
against it.
is much worse than devious licking.
All right.
I'm more
Stealing
down.
a kid is better than pissing in Walmart to
No,
you?
no, stealing a kid is not a devious lick. That's my hot take of 2025. Oh, there. That is not a devious lick.
Some would consider that the most devious
That-
lick.
that-
Stealing another person?
No.
That's kind of fucking devious, Shane. You say it's a good thing?
No, I'm not saying it's
saying?
a good thing.
What
I'm
are you
saying
doing
that I
here?
would not classify that as a devious lick. I would classify that as an abduction charge. I would classify that as illegal.
Yeah? And some people would classify this as public urination. But here we are talking
which
about
is illegal.
the pissing trend.
Public urination is illegal.
Yeah, should it be? 216-859-8699. Where are you pissing?
What's the difference between the shirt you're currently wearing and the one that I am? Well, both do their job of concealing us from the outside world and social boundaries. But one little black swoosh makes yours cost nearly double. That red rectangle may not change how warm you are, but it certainly changes the price tag. The truth is, nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com. Have a laugh at the big brand clothing company's expense with shirts that simply say sports team, political statement, music band, and more. A shirt for any occasion and the perfect gift. GenericClothes.com.
Hello. My name is Shane E. I'm bursting through your airwaves today because I wanted to tell you how I'm bursting out of my pants with my hand on my Johnson. I love to rub it, and when I touch it, it is the best. Make sure that you always rub your Johnson. All right. Goodbye.
Hello and good afternoon, WSRR radio listeners. This is Pastor Kurt Presley, and I just want to address some things that have been said on this station and really the temptations. And that, of course, we're talking about masturbation. Never is it okay for you to grab your willy and make it silly. Never in your life should you not do that with your wife. Just a reminder from Pastor Kurt Presley not to touch yourself or anybody else. God bless.
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Hi guys, my name is Ari.
Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio. Come through to a Synergy Naked session.
Synergy Naked is a live performance recording, also captured on video. Look for our releases on YouTube at Synergy Music Studio.
We're located on the south side near Chicago. Passing through.
Hit up our DMs on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
The Rebel Radio Show is live at 5.
Stop saying Daryl the Wild Man Show as if it was like a show that was on it. Well, that's not a thing.
Every Monday on WSRR Radio.
They say that fashion and trends are cyclical, meaning they come back around.
They carry scythes.
Yes, they chop down the wheat.
Like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, with his sickle.
That-
Jack Black?
No, that's the sound that the Grim Reaper makes in my sleep.
Oh. More of that brown noise. You ever use a sickle?
No.
It's hard work.
But I've seen people use actual scythes to cut grass
Yeah,
before.
it's not fun.
It seems interesting, and I would be willing to try it.
I did it specifically because I'm like, oh, that kind of seems like a good time. It's not. It's heavy.
It's probably hard work. It's probably hard work, but I
Yeah.
imagine, again, man, it's that shoveling through dimes effect.
Nothing will ever be that good.
I think cutting that grass with the scythe probably, if it's really tall, thin grass, I think it probably feels really nice. Like
You
whoosh.
could give me the Nobel Peace Prize.
Whoa.
And
No.
I'd be like, I'd rather shovel dimes.
I disagree. I would take the Peace Prize.
Well, maybe shoveling dimes is a cyclical thing that'll come back in a couple of years. Maybe it's just a little before your time.
Maybe. Before your time.
Do you think CDs will come back?
No. But
Because I got a way to bring them back.
Do tell.
So records, you had an A side and a B side.
Okay.
We've seen double-sided DVDs.
Ah, okay.
Very few double-sided CDs.
Okay.
So what if you had a CD with an A and a B side? But
okay.
Not only that, but a C and a D side on that same disc.
How do you
You know those sequin pillows that you just kind of flip and it makes a new image?
Oh.
You do that with the CD. So
Whoa,
you
so
listen to
just
side A, you
rub
flip it over, listen to side B, then you take it out.
Rub your hands over it.
Yeah, C and D.
C and D. Whoa, like those billboards that used to like turn. It was like little.
Yeah.
They would turn and it would be a different billboard on the other side.
That was really futuristic at one point.
And then they just don't do them anymore.
It's practical versus virtual effects. You know, I miss practical billboards.
Okay.
Enough with the LEDs.
Get
I also
'em outta
miss
here.
practical media.
I miss
regular light bulbs.
practical physical
LEDs.
media.
Yeah, that's practical physical media like records, right? So like Hellbender Vinyl, they make sure we still have practical physical media that
Right.
I think in a cyclical sense is really coming back into popularity.
Yeah.
Hellbender Vinyl helps local and independent artists get your album pressed onto that physical media, not just physical media, but custom exactly to how you like it. You get 5 free test presses when you work with Hellbender Vinyl as well to make sure it's exactly how you like. Go to hellbendervinyl.com today to get started. They're hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com. But yeah, I think most things will come back in a cyclical sense, but like I don't think like VHS is ever coming back.
I want to disagree because I feel like there's like extreme ends to those niche cultures of like, you know, maybe like 20 years ago collecting vinyl, while it still was a thing by like old heads who had crazy collections from the 70s and
right.
I think like it wasn't nearly as cool as it is today, and like probably record shops have opened more than they have closed over the last 10, 15 years maybe.
Let me ask you this: do you think more people today have a vinyl than don't? Even if like they don't play it, like they have one in their possession.
Yeah, because I think people, it's almost like a collector's item now. You get like a soundtrack to a movie that you really like or something like that, and you kind of just
have it on display.
Right, exactly. It's not. I think there's more of like a culture to it now.
Yeah,
like we've talked about with other things in the past. And so like I remember you're talking about like cyclical and things coming back in a trend. I remember I tweeted back when I used Twitter. I was like, the year is 2050 and vintage masks are coming back into fashion. And like I totally feel like that, while it's a joke and an extreme, I think that stuff like that is totally true. And like things like you said VHS,
yeah,
I think that VHS probably not, maybe now, I think that people are starting to realize that digital media is fleeting, and so physical media in like Blu-rays and DVDs and CDs and vinyl records and stuff like that are the way. It's not a huge cultural shift, but I think it is shifting.
I think more people are realizing that they're changing the movies when they're streaming them,
right,
than the original movies.
Right. And so I think things like VHS will have niche markets where the resale value is like, whoa, $600 for Toy Story 2 or what, you know what I mean? Because I think stuff like that is already kind of happening. It's just farther and fewer between.
I think we're as into that culture now as we ever will be in terms of the cyclical cycle for VHS specifically. Like, it's not a huge market now, but there's definitely, like you said, people that will go out and spend money for like certain VHS tapes, right?
Right.
I think that's the extent of it's going to get to. Like, cassettes never made a huge comeback.
Yeah, okay.
8-tracks never made a huge comeback. And the reason I bring that up is so like vinyl makes a comeback because of how the format helps the medium. There's a different sound you get with vinyl versus a CD, which is a compact disc. It is compressed media. So, like, the reason that vinyl still exists and streaming still exists is because you have an open format that allows for higher sound quality and index, whereas a CD is very limited into what you get. So, like, CDs still exist and people still make them, but, like, I feel like you're more likely to, A, stream it, or B, buy a vinyl than you would be to get a CD. So, like, when it comes to movies, that's not the case. Like, watching something on a VHS is not better quality than watching it on Blu-ray.
True.
I mean, there's definitely shows that are filmed in standard definition that look weird in high def.
No. I was only going to go, like, with that, I think that there are people who fall probably into the same category as VHS collectors who, like, almost more appreciate the look of a CRT TV.
Sure, yeah.
And so there are, you know, connoisseurs and enthusiasts of that sort of things, and they know which ones are good. I remember I just saw a video. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was explaining how the largest CRT they ever made, there's only like 3 or 4 sold, and one of them was in Japan, and this collector ended up shipping it from Japan over to America. But, like, there are definitely people who are in the market for those sort of things, and because they like it. They like the way that it looks, or they're like, I'm just used to playing, you know, I have this old Super Nintendo and I want to play Super Mario, and I only want to play it. I know that I could hook up the Super Nintendo Mini to my HD TV, but I want to play my old Super Nintendo on a CRT TV because that's how I like, you know? Like, there are definitely, I think, those people who, like, again, I'm going to probably say this word a lot as we talk about these things, but, like, that are more in that, like, it's a nostalgia thing, and it's probably like, well, this was the culture that I grew up in. This is how I grew up with it. So this is how I want to play it, you know, or this is how I want to embrace this medium. I feel like I see people now who, like, almost for a fashion thing, but also because, like, I think everything is cyclical, but I see people, like, use Walkmans. As like, or like the CD Walkmans. Discmans. As like a fashion accessory.
Well, iPod Nanos have come back as, like, hair clips. People are using them
What?
as hair clips on TikTok, yeah.
Okay, so I brought this up before we started talking today, before we got on air. I, this morning, thought about iPod Shuffles, because I had an iPod Shuffle growing up, the littlest one, right? Had a second-generation blue iPod Shuffle. And the reason I was thinking about it, I don't know, but I kept thinking about how the charging port was the headphone jack, and that's such great technology that isn't used now. We don't even have the headphone jack anymore.
Well, I guess it is both.
I was going to say the charging port is the headphone jack now.
I guess, yeah, but it's not the 3.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
It's the actual, like, USB-C, which is a data transfer cable.
Right.
But you're not transferring data typically with a headphone jack.
Right.
Like, what other device did that? So I was thinking about that and like how it worked, and then it made me go to eBay and look up iPod shuffles and try and buy one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't find one, but I found a lot of 19 Eclipse MP3 players for $250, which I think is a steal.
You can really turn that profit around.
They didn't accept my offer of $25, so
Those
I won't
bastards.
be getting them.
Yeah.
But if you get them, send me a fucking Eclipse MP3 player.
Yeah.
But I've heard 4 different people today talk about the iPod Shuffle or the iPod Nano. Yeah, and like I don't know what kind of crazy timing that is because we're planning on talking about dated tech today.
Right.
But I think those are things that are very practical devices still. Is just old iPods.
Yeah,
because they hold a shit ton of music.
I won't like dox or anything, but I had a teacher in high school that I was pretty close with in my like junior senior year.
They kissed.
And he carried an original iPod with him.
Yeah.
And he would tell, because I remember I like flamed him for it. I was like, why do you have this? We have iPhone, like you see this iPhone? It's carrying all the same music that one is. And he was like, no, man. There's apparently a very large resale market for old iPods because of the amount of music that they can store on them, like terabytes worth, multiple terabytes worth. And so people will like remod or like mod, I don't know what you would call it, I guess, but like change the internals and add more data into old iPod shells, or like make new iPod shells to carry like 5, 6, 10 terabytes of data.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. If like modern car radios and Bluetooth wasn't such a convenient thing at this point, I was thinking of buying like an old iPod and just figuring out a way to hardwire it to my car so it would stay in there and I would just get in and use my iPod.
Right.
And I wouldn't have to worry about connecting my phone to my car.
Right.
And I would just have all my music on my iPod in my car. I think that's a great use. I think that's a great use. I think that something like that. Do you think MP3 players will ever make a cyclical return?
I don't think so.
Again,
the phone has made so many things obsolete.
The phone has made so many things obsolete, but I think they're almost like they come back as like accessories. You know? People do the stringed earbuds.
Yeah.
Because it's an accessory now, and everyone has AirPods now, so it looks cooler to do something different, which is having like the string
headphones with strings.
Right. And so it's like almost a fashion choice to be like, I am gonna do this, even though it's quote unquote dated.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, like the iPod itself kind of killed the MP3.
Yeah.
Right? Because we had MP3 players and the iPod came out, and especially the smaller like versions of it, like the Nano and the Shuffle, of like more affordable iPod that does the same thing better. And then MP3 players kind of went by the wayside. 216-859-8699 if you download this file off LimeWire to your MP3 player.
Hey, Style here, and I want to take a minute to talk to you about Hellbender Vinyl, a proud supporter of local and independent music and a proud supporter of WSRR Radio. Hellbender Vinyl is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl pressing plants. Located in Upper Lawrenceville on Butler Street, Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only vinyl record pressing plant and is here to help local bands and artists get their albums onto vinyl. Hellbender Vinyl offers vinyl record pressings to ensure that albums don't just end up as a bunch of ones and zeros floating around somewhere on the internet. So, if you're interested in giving your album a physical release, you can visit hellbendervinyl.com to start the conversation today. Plus, every customer at Hellbender Vinyl receives 5 free test presses to review at no additional cost. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Do you have to have a tax to listen to that like we did you watch of television, bruv?
WSRR Radio, American made.
Hey everybody, Coffee Carl here. You know, I was working on my car over the weekend. I just had so much trouble finding what it is I needed for my car. That's when I realized I had to go to yourbuddiesgarage.com. That's BUDDYS, yourbuddiesgarage.com. They have everything you need. Go ahead and check out the website.
alternators, whatever you need, Coffee Carl says do it. It's yourbuddiesgarage.com.
Unless specifically specified, no parts are guaranteed to work. These are salvage parts. Each description will give as much insight as possible into the quality of each part. We do not offer refunds for this purpose. These are intended to be quick fixes or first options before the shop.
The following is an unpaid public service announcement from the Styles Rebel Radio Health and Hygiene Committee.
This is a friendly reminder to always lock the bathroom door while showering. It is the only tried and true way to protect against intruders who may attempt to steal your soap and render you unable to finish your daily shower. Don't let yourself fall victim to the soap bandit. Always remember to lock your bathroom door.
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
Whoever's the owner of the gray sedan, you left the Rebel Radio Show playing.
You like supporting local music? Then what the hell are you doing not following Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois? Go give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram and their website, synergymusicstudio.com, because if you or someone you know is making music locally or independently, Synergy Music Studio offers recording, mixing, mastering, production, demo work, and session work, even reamping services. Yeah, they'll take your old tracks and put them through any kind of distortion or amplification you want to get the desired sound quality index you're looking for your next single, album, EP, or radio release. SynergyMusicStudio.com out of Chicago, Illinois are proud supporters of WSRR Radio and local and independent music. We're back on the Rebel Radio Show on this Monday evening. We've only got one more left before we become dated technology.
Yeah, we're going to be
Lost media.
Lost to the sands of time.
Imagine after next week I just delete all of the fucking Rebel Radio shows off the internet.
Forever.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Just take down the podcast and it's gone.
I'd hate you.
Put it in cassettes and then put it in the basement.
Yeah, put it on CDs.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. After this next week, the final Rebel Radio Show next Monday live on WSR Radio. Download the app. After that, we're going to take all of them off streaming. All of them off the website and out of rotation on the radio, and we're going to sell them back to you on compact discs, 2 episodes per disc. There's 182 of them by next week, so you'll have to buy them in sets of 2.
Yeah.
We're being generous, not offering 1 a disc. We'll offer 2,
right?
An A side and a B side, if you will.
Yeah.
And you can buy them back starting at $30 a disc.
Yeah.
So if you want to listen to the Rebel Radio Show ever again,
that's $60 per box.
Yeah. Oh, wait till don't tell them about the box set special that comes with the poster yet.
We're naked in the poster.
Yeah, we are. We shot the poster shoot 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And we just needed something to do with it. So
figured, why not?
Yeah, why not? But it's not dated tech if we're gonna push it out next week. Was my moral of that story.
Yeah, yeah.
CDs will be back.
CDs will be back, I think. I think people will think that CDs are cool in
it'll have an irony boost.
Yeah. And it'll be one of those things where by the time CDs come back as being quote unquote cool, every car will automatically come without a CD player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're seeing that already.
You'll have to install a CD player.
I hope that's full circle cyclical fashion.
Yeah.
If you have to then mount an external CD player in your car and wire it into players. I know people that have done that now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it probably will be a thing. Because, again, I genuinely think that, it's one of those things where people who want to be, hip on trends will find day-to-day basic, they just used the Walkman or a Discman to listen to their music. I'm going to clip one on me and, walk around.
Act like it.
Act like I have one. And then it becomes cool again. And people are like, oh, yeah, I remember early 2000s fashion is back, and so you're wearing the Discman. I get it. That's cool, And so I think there's always space for that kind of shit with everything in our society being cyclical.
We do live in a society.
Right.
But didn't they figure out that those just aren't good because walking with a disc skips your disc
Correct.
and scratches your disc?
Correct.
Yeah, there's a reason Walkmans didn't last, or the Discman didn't last very long.
Yeah.
When you're doing it with a tape, it's a lot easier.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. The CD Walkman, they were still called the Walkmans, and they changed to Discman later. But yeah, no, that's a reason they weren't around very long. But let's talk about some dated technology, because we got into a conversation last week about it, and we said we'd talk about it again this week.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking like, okay, yeah, we know that like fucking VHS and Betamax and Laserdisc are dated technology. I'm not here to talk about the typewriter. Right. I'm not here to talk about the landline telephone. I want to talk about some like forgotten relics that have been replaced by other things that either A, could still be in use today, or B, were discontinued for a good reason. I think that's where I this conversation needs to go.
Right.
Because I'm looking at a pager right now. There was never a fucking use for the pager, let's be honest.
Disagree so strongly.
Yeah?
That's how people communicated before cell phones were like a big
Whoa,
deal.
They didn't though. All it did was tell you to call them.
No, there were codes.
Yeah.
People made up their own codes that meant
Yeah.
different things, and
Yeah.
that's how my mom told my dad that she was in labor.
Okay, but at the end of the day, the point of it was to get you to call them.
Maybe, but if you made up your own code with the
Yeah.
numbers, then
Yeah, I think that there were probably
that's
specific
like
codes that let
early
specific-
texting.
Yeah.
I guess. I just think that it was a very pointless thing. It served a very niche purpose.
I disagree. I think that for its time, for its small time frame, because it wasn't popular
Yeah.
for like super long.
Yeah, maybe
but
10 years.
But for its time frame, it was probably very quintessential to like. I think about like doctors and nurses and stuff like that, where like Jules was saying, specific pages could mean specific things, and so if you get that specific page, you know, okay, I need to go to this specific place and do this specific, like.
See, and that's a practical use for it. I think today a pager could make a comeback in a hospital or like a police force. I think those are the areas for it. I don't think the common citizen has any use for a pager. And I
agree.
think more so than not, when they were popular, the common citizen didn't really need a pager. It was kind of just a thing that did something.
That's. I feel like that's the same.
You're
as, like,
adding a step.
I feel like that's saying like the modern day person doesn't need texting on their phone.
I mean, you could go that the opposite way. The modern day person doesn't need calling on their phone because we have text.
Well,
you could flop it.
But like this was their only form of communication. you
Like
know?
direct communication.
Right. Because they didn't have cell phones on their person, and so
Right,
What am I
but
going
you
to do?
but you
Call
had
the
a payphone.
hospital? Am I going to call the hospital and say, "Hey, I'm looking for this specific person. I have a message for them," or are you just going
hang
to
on
page
now.
them?
No, because pagers overlapped with cell phones.
Yeah.
So you still had a cell phone on you for the majority of the lifespan of the pager.
I don't think it was a majority of the lifespan.
I don't think as many people had cell phones. But the first cell phones came out in the late 80s.
I just don't think pagers were like as obsolete as you are making them out. I think that they.
I think it was a trend.
I think that they were redundant, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's more over points. They're a little redundant.
But I don't think that they like didn't serve a purpose. I think that there were specific people who used them, for their niche things. You know.
What about a fax machine?
Yeah.
Because I fucking hate faxes.
So do
I hate that it's still a thing. People still use a fax machine in office.
But that's because they were super important in offices in the 80s.
But why? Because we had email.
Because you needed to get that physical paper there quicker.
Just print it out. We had printers already. That's the thing I don't understand still about fax machines, and I know a lot of it's used for like signatures, but we had at the time of the fax machine printers and email, right? Now we have scanners in printers and email. It's like there is just no use for and I can take a picture on my phone and send it to you now. Like there's no use for a fucking fax machine. Why do I need a phone number for printing a piece of paper?
I think it's probably more so yes, I agree. I think it's probably more so one of those things where that is how it has been done, and so it forms the way that those office type settings, it's a part of that ecosystem and how they work. And so I think that changing something like that would, because while now we do have other options, I agree, easier options, I think that it's like a mainstay of the office, or like a tried and true thing of the office is to get the legal documents over, you're going to get it faxed. Even if you don't need it, you're going to get it faxed.
Do you think you could still convince someone to use a fax? As in, like, if someone says, hey, email me this report by Tuesday, be like, well, I can fax it to you. Do you think you could get someone to backdate their technology if you knew the office had a fax machine?
Yeah, probably.
Like, I'll send it over on fax. I don't use email.
Just
I'm a
start
fax-
using the
Just
fax
be
machine?
inconvenient,
Just start
yeah.
using the fax machine more.
Be the guy at the office that uses the fax machine.
I'm looking. This is so we both have this list pulled up. It's a pretty long list of like, the payphone was on here, but then they have wired landlines, phone keyboards.
I was thinking
That's a good
phone
one.
keyboards is a good one. I was thinking
Arcade machines are a thing of the past, but there's definitely
they're scary. That's why.
There's a large market for them still. People go to arcades specifically.
But they're not arcade machines anymore. They're new with screens.
No,
and
no.
touch
People go out
screens.
of their way to go to like actual coin arcades now.
okay.
Like that's its whole niche thing.
Yeah.
So like I don't think those have gone anywhere.
Gotcha.
I think the way that they're saying is yes, you go to a quote unquote arcade, which is
Right.
Dave and Buster's,
Right.
and it's mobile games on a big screen.
Right.
But like there very much does still exist coin arcades.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
I
like
agree.
arcade game in the lobby of somewhere. You know.
I agree. What about like things like the Game Boy? 'Cause I don't think that you can say that the Switch is like just an evolved Game Boy. I think that
They want it to be.
The
they want it to
DS
be,
and the
but
Game Boy were peak, honestly.
DS and Game Boy were peak, but like that is like Game Boy original Game Boy came out in like the 80s or something like that, right?
89,
something like that. Came out a good amount of time ago.
Yeah.
And so it's like a staple that kids have a mobile gaming device. Has that just turned into the cell phone? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think we're replacing the
iPads.
phone.
iPads.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the way. And we've had the conversation. I can't play a handheld game anymore. Like I bought a Switch and had a Switch Lite, and I didn't play either of them.
Right.
I think that's kind of the way that things have gone. Is we don't have a need for a handheld gaming system anymore. Because if I really want to, what'd you use your Game Boy for? You were away from home to kill the time. You had a game to play.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need that anymore because you have hundreds of them on your phone. Or you can watch a video of a game that you want to play.
Right.
Like you don't need the Game Boy anymore. It's unfortunate.
Right.
But you don't need the Game Boy anymore. I think the Game Boy and handheld gaming, for the most part, is kind of obsolete.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Things like something like the cell phone can come in and just swipe out so many massive markets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So many massive like staples of culture.
They got rid of the MP3 player. I got rid of the home computer largely, right?
Home phone.
Yeah.
The home phone. Yeah.
MP3 players.
MP3 players.
They got rid of
the mobile game.
Like telephone booths. Pretty well.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Kind of. Typewriters, letters.
I think there would still be a market for
paper maps.
payphones.
I remember being terrified of having to learn all of the street names and shit like that on a paper map. And then one day I just had a cell phone and I plugged it into my car and it told me exactly where I needed to go.
Well, that's the crazy part. That's how all this conversation started. Last week we talked about GPS for some reason. And like I had 2 physical GPSs. I had a TomTom and a Garmin. And I remember the craziest or like the most infuriating thing to my parents was having to take your GPS and plug it into the computer to update the routes. And like they would never do it and the GPS would be wrong.
Right.
And they'd have to memorize, oh, well, I can't actually use this route because there's construction or this bridge doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Like having to have backup knowledge of, oh, that's why I can't take the route it's telling me to take as the fastest route.
Yeah. I remember printing off directions and like having to follow the print off.
I remember telling my mom directions from the atlas.
Yeah.
Because we were lost in some, I don't remember, state.
That shit is so crazy. And all of it is just gone now because cell phones are so... Even if you don't have cell data, like you can make it work. You can
stop at a McDonald's and get a map on your phone and then go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can download the map so that you can use it offline and then you're safe. You have the map.
I've had someone write out a map and directions for me. And I'm like, I just got to get enough data to get somewhere where I can plug in and then figure out my way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not turning at the Red Barn 3 doors down from your buddy Chris. Like, I ain't going to help me.
And it's crazy because that's how it just had to be.
Well, and
before.
people still, when you talk to them, if they're of an older generation, will say, well, have you been there before? You know how to get there? What are you going to tell me how to get there right now? Because I can just
Yeah.
Google it.
Right.
I could just put it into my GPS.
Right. And I think that is something that is very lost on older people, is that, like,
We can get anywhere.
we can just type it in. I can just tell me the name of the place that I'm going to. I'll type it in, and I'll go. You don't have to tell me any other specific, like, just give me the name of it.
What it's next to.
Right.
You don't have to tell me anything.
Right.
So you said you were afraid of having to learn road names and stuff when you started driving to use a physical map.
This is when I was, like,
Okay.
before cell phones were, like,
Gotcha.
huge.
So when you first moved out, did you drive around the area to learn the area? Because I did.
No, but that's because I already knew that area.
Gotcha.
But like I have since driven around like the back roads of that area. Like
Yeah.
we were just in the car recently, and I was actually going to take the back roads of my neighborhood to the place that we were going.
Yeah.
But I ended up just taking the main road, or having whatever, you take the main road. But like I have learned and like made sure I plug in my phone and I use my maps, but I don't have any destination marked, so it's just the roads.
Yeah.
So I can like see where I'm going and where I'm at in the neighborhood, and that's how I learned how to maneuver through my little side street neighborhood.
Nice.
So, also I won a MapQuest yesterday.
Wow.
Yep. Didn't mean
Old
to.
school, right.
Didn't mean to. Just clicked on a MapQuest link by
Oops.
accident, so I was on MapQuest. Probably the
Talk
only
about
person.
obsolete.
Probably the only person in 2025 on MapQuest. So, do they have an app? Do they just have like a Google
could.
Maps
Probably.
app? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Phone books are something that people are saying are obsolete. I disagree. I still have a phone book.
Yeah, but I can just Google someone and find out how to contact them like that.
What if they're not Googleable? What if they're in the book, Shane?
If they're not Googleable, then they're probably not in the book.
Oh, come on now.
Who would be in the book?
Who's
that
not
isn't-
in the book? Are you not in the book?
MapQuest is an app.
Okay.
I'm probably
Everyone
not.
go download the MapQuest app.
I'm probably not in the phone book.
Yeah, I wonder.
How do you do that? Do I apply?
Well, normally your phone provider back in the day would put you in the book when it gets updated as like, well, you're
really?
in white pages because you're a person, not a business, so you wouldn't be yellow pages. So you'd be in the book once the next book came out if you're registered to your service provider and you didn't say, hey, I want to be unlisted.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was how that worked.
Yeah. But like nowadays, are they putting anyone in the phone book? I mean, I could go get the phone book and look, but
Yeah, I also don't know how to go about getting a new phone book.
mine just shows up.
Nope, never had that happen.
It doesn't show up yearly. Like it's not something that
Every-
regularly happens.
every couple of
Yeah,
years.
every so often a phone book gets. I think I have 2 on top of the fridge
They just
because that's where they go.
You a phone book.
Well, they're also good if you need to beat someone. You know,
I remember my uncle.
they don't bruise.
My uncle used to blow them up on 4th of July.
That's what they're used for, right? I think it's good to have a phone book.
Have you guys ever ripped a phone book in half?
Yes,
No, actually.
2 at once.
Same time, stacked on
Yep,
top of each
yep,
other.
yep.
I've done
Opened one inside the other, and
I've done 6 with my teeth.
Hmm.
So, you know.
I thought you didn't want to talk about your abnormally strong teeth on air.
No, it's just a.
I thought that you were ashamed of how strong that your teeth were, that you
I-
can bend coins.
I can bend coins and rip phone books.
I know. You do it every party. You have 3 beers, and you start bending things with your teeth.
It's my classic party trick.
Shane, no one likes it. You make everyone
I bent
uncomfortable.
the table. I bent the chair.
Last time you did that, you bent Ethan's bus fare to get home.
Yeah, I know.
And he couldn't leave.
Yeah. Tough.
Taking the bus?
Tough noodles, big hands.
Tough noodles, big hands. Floppy disks. Floppy disks are obsolete.
I never once in my entire life have used a floppy disk.
It's so funny. So my best friend was told to click on the floppy disk, as in like the save icon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "I don't know what a floppy disk is," and I was a little disappointed.
There's no practical use for a floppy disk in today's day and age.
No.
They're not big enough to store like an album on. Let alone any application you would need in 2025.
Yeah, I don't. It was one of those things where I grew up after them. You know,
It was low before your time.
It
I remember
was.
having a stack of them on the computer, the home computer desk,
Mhm.
and a stack of floppy disks, and I never knew what the fuck they were for.
Agreed.
Yeah,
The list has DVDs on there.
DVDs.
I will attest that they are important.
Yeah, and I think we just talked about why is things are getting removed or changed or cut.
Right.
or not available.
Right.
I still can't watch Sling Blade.
Right.
And I'm going to have to buy a DVD of it.
Yeah.
The ports that computers or the keyboard and mouse were plugged into before they were USB, the PS ports, I think they were called, there was no point in that. Why'd they do that? You tell me they couldn't figure out how to do that with a USB?
Right.
Ooh. Micro USB cords are...
Yeah, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
an interesting one. We just changed our charging cord.
Pretty much all of them. Like lightning cable is obsolete now.
Yeah. Which I think it is good that pretty much everything now
it's a good thing.
is Type C. I think that's important for like, it sounds so dumb to say, but it's important that if we have the option, everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Well, everyone in the world
yeah.
is of the same charging port
Yeah.
type. And you don't have to worry about, even if you're going to a different, regardless of different state, but like a different country, you can be like, well, I just need a charging cord.
Here's my petition. Phone booths are obsolete, right? Payphones are obsolete.
Sure.
So, like, take all those spots that they've removed, phone booths and payphones, and put Type-C charging cable.
I think there are, like, you see those in public.
Well, you have them, like, the mall.
It's not super pop. I've seen them out in public in
Airport.
other places where there are, like, large amounts of foot traffic and stuff like that.
I say do that. I say that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good, and, like I said, I've definitely seen stuff like that before.
We have like 2 minutes here. I want to
Mhm.
throw this one out here because I thought about today is a very interesting piece of dated technology.
Yeah.
Because the predecessor and the thing that came after it, both are still relevant, but the middle piece isn't. The Xbox 360 is still relevant. You can still play it. People still have them.
Mhm.
You can still have fun with them. Have a LAN party.
Mhm.
The Xbox S, X, and beyond, all still viable options to play.
Mhm.
But the original Xbox One, the big thick black one that looks like a VCR,
Mhm.
obsolete. Can't play it. Won't hold up with the modern OS of Microsoft. Will not download any games because it's not strong enough to on the current processor. You cannot play you can. You won't be able to like play online or load into any modern game.
Right.
But yeah, the original Xbox One
It's
from 2016 is pretty much obsolete.
Completely bricked.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's pretty much completely obsolete.
The world got too fast for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even games that would support like Minecraft or Roblox have been optimized for the next edition of that console even.
Right.
So,
So,
like
you can't even.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you have an Xbox One, the original, don't try and fucking sell it on Facebook. It's not worth anything. I promise you. I promise you no one wants it. Don't give it to anyone.
Could be.
Could be. Could sell it to Shane.
I'll take it. I'm collecting them.
Could go on eBay and buy 19 Eclipse MP3 players.
$250.
$250
I want
bucks.
to make a wall of Xbox Ones.
Well, you could. The Eclipse. Listen,
You
in
could
order
make
for
a
the,
wall of eclipses.
don't give me ideas. The Eclipse door to the studio, which is head to toe and
Yeah.
fucking MP3 players. I had one. I had an Eclipse MP3 player.
Yeah.
Because I broke the charger for my iPod Shuffle,
Ooh.
and I'm like, for some reason my dad didn't go and buy a charger, but he bought me an Eclipse MP3 player as like a substitute.
Yeah, right.
Well,
And
it's
then
Apple because it was probably expensive.
Right, and then we realized that we can't use iTunes for it. So like that's when LimeWire came to the family PC.
Yeah.
And a day that changed my life.
Downloading the tunes.
Pretty much defined my entire identity.
Yeah.
Was downloading LimeWire on the family PC.
Thank you, LimeWire.
I do miss the family PC.
I don't even have a PC. Like, I have a laptop. But I
Yeah.
don't have a
Well, no, I have the studio PC.
Yeah.
So like, but I don't do taxes on it.
Right.
What did you do on the family PC?
Everything.
Word documents.
Watch
Played
YouTube
games.
videos.
Yeah. Get yelled at for downloading LimeWire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The family PC was in my room.
That's not a family
Whoa.
PC then.
No, it was.
Family PC goes in the living room.
No.
Or
Or
if
like-
you're bougie, the computer room.
Yeah, or like the Denny or
It was
something.
on
Yeah,
the
the
other
den.
side of my room in like the corner.
We had a den that had, and it was a, technically it was the family room because we had the living room and then the family room.
Mhm.
So technically it was the family room, but we had a giant entertainment stand all along the wall that had the TV and the stereo system and the VHS player and the DVD player and all of the fucking equipment you could have in it.
Mhm.
And like the big fucking Bose speakers that were in the entertainment stand.
Yeah.
And then immediately next to that was the giant L family computer 2-tiered desk
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the big white monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ideal setup. And the green lamp
Mhm.
that goes on it canonically.
Canonically.
Yeah.
That is the ideal setup. The
Yeah.
L shape with the computer in the corner.
Yeah, yep.
I was thinking about the backgrounds that would go on there when like timed out.
Talking about Frutiger era backgrounds? Yeah. And we're always talking about Frutiger era back. You know what? 216-859-8699. Send me your favorite Frutiger era aesthetic background.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of your last chances to do it on this show.
The little orbs and wisps of the different neon colors, or like the cubes
The
that would
tubes.
go in and out of themselves.
Oh, yeah.
The multicolored tubes that would.
This is good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go watch these for the next 3 hours. 216-859-8699 if you want to watch some visualizers. We're live on this Monday evening for one more week right here on WSRR Radio, and we'll let you know what's going on after that next week. So tune in, download the WSRR Radio mobile app on your Apple App Store or Android Google Play Store, or tune in at WSRRradio.com. You get full showtime schedules and more on WSRRradio.com. You also get all of our kick-ass sponsors right at the bottom of the page, like Synergy Music Studio, Hellbender Vinyl, GenericClothes.com, and Clearview Windows out of Northern Ohio. So give all of them a big shout-out as well. Make sure you stay tuned to WSRR Radio for all of our programming, like Off Air, like The Pigeonhole, like Behind Enemy Lines in the morning, and True Vault Escapades at 10 p.m. at night. That's your Cleveland... True Vault Escapades.
Yeah.
Is your Fallout-based radio drama at 10 p.m. on weekdays.
Yeah,
Behind Enemy Lines at 10 a.m. on the other side of the spectrum is your Cleveland-based sports show from Pittsburgh with Lucas and Dom. You don't have to take my word for it. Go to WSRRradio.com, get the full show times, schedules, and more. Join the Discord server. Chat with us about this show or any of the others, or Frutiger Arrow, or conspiracies, or anything you'd like. 216-859-8699. Once again, the Herbal Hotline. To my right is Shaney.
Bye, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Adios.
Peace.